Coming up tonight, a huge Henlopen North battle. Central hosting Smyrna in a game that will go a long way in determining that division title.
Yeah, to say the least. And still to come, it was a battle of the 1-4 teams. Yeah, they need a little love too.
Yeah.
Indian River battered Seaford out in Dagsboro. This one came down to the wire. You're not going to want to miss these highlights coming up in just a bit.
That's exactly right. And right here in Salisbury, Y-High and Cambridge battling it out for bragging rights, of course, if nothing else, right?
Yeah, Hike, we take the snap. Friday Night Lights, bright, and so too are the lights in our studios. We crank it up for another Delmarva Sports Insider. Beside me, Trayvon Miles, Jeff Harris, Jonah Restuccio, not too far away here in the studio. He's prepared to give you some highlights, as are the two gentlemen beside me.
That's exactly right. A busy night in the Bayside and the Henlopen Conference. We're the only place you're going to get the complete rundown of all, and I mean all the action.
That's why we moved to Friday night, so we could give you everything in a half hour. Now, we've got a jam-packed show today with some great matchups up and down the Eastern Shore.
That's right.
Yeah, let's start it off with the biggest game, our Delmarva Sports Insider game of the week.
Yeah, and what a game it was. We're talking about Sussex Central looking for a little revenge. They dropped to Smyrna last year. Big score in this one, 46-13.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The game of the week, the Golden Knights, winners of their last 4 games. And guess what? They came out at home and they played like it. Already up 7-0. Isaac Barnes going to hit Javon Topping wide open.
Balance.
Where is the defense? He strolls into the end zone to put Central up 14-0
Nice pink
at
socks.
halftime. Smyrna just 1 first down in the first half, but they opened up the second half on fire. 75-yard drive here. Stephen Whaley bulldozing into the end zone to get the Eagles on the board 14-6. But Barnes looking to answer back, and he would in a big way. Gonna hit his other receiver, Dominique Smith, 65-yard bomb. Hello, another one for his second touchdown of the game. Check out the Eagles' next possession. It's Barnes, but on the other side of the ball, check him out. He's gonna hit Whaley, force a bad throw, and that's picked off by the scariest man in the Henlopen Conference, Kasim Lewis, 35 yards to the crib. Golden Knights go on to hold the Eagles to just 12 points. That's their lowest since September of 2014. Central wins this game 31-12.
We put a lot of hard work in on film. We all watch film like every day. And then we got a Thursday film session and we just locked them in. Had a great week of film. This is a hungry team. We've been together since about 8th grade, playing Millsboro, Georgetown football, and now we're ready. We're hungry. Just told them stay calm, we're up, just keep it cool, and nothing deep. Just play everything up. Come in this game, and it was all the years past, they beat us. We weren't having it this year. We were just coming hungry, and it's a new Smyrna team, new Central team. We're ready to play.
Big night for Millsboro and Georgetown right there with the shout out. And what a game and a win for Central. Trey and Jeff, break this one down for me. I mean, what this means for Central and how they got it done against Smyrna.
Yeah, first of all, we had said that this was Smyrna's first Henlopen loss since 2014. So that is breaking the mold. That is 4+ years of some hard work. And we got to give the credit to the Central defense. We've been talking about them all year long. They have not given up a lot of points this year. We thought that it would be a beast versus beast scenario, Smyrna offense versus the Central defense, and we got it tonight. CO came out on top.
We're seeing a power balance, or a power shift rather here.
Right,
Smyrna dominating in the Henlopen for the last 3 years as state champions. They lost, of course, the all-time leading rusher in Delaware, Will Knight, to Old Dominion. But also, you see the Barnes brothers. They knew this was their year. Said, we've been together since 8th grade. It's now been a few years. They played together in high school. They knew this was coming, and now we're seeing it on the field. And what a performance they put out tonight. Yeah. So now with more, and actually a play that set up the big win, we're going to send it over to Jonah Restuccio, and he's standing by at the wall.
Thanks, Jeff. Now, I really think the Barnes brothers run Sussex Central, but what we're going to do is focus on what Trey called the scariest man in the Henlopen North. Let's take a look at it. We know how good the Sussex Central defense is. They let up less than a touchdown per game, and this is why right here they turn touchdowns on the defensive end. Kasim Lewis, the 35-yard pick six to the house. Now, how did this really happen? Well, it's because of the pressure that they put on the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, in Central limiting Smyrna to just 12 points in the game. Their first conference loss, as you guys said, since 2014, so not something they see very often. And a lot of other games going on across Delaware, so let's get right into it. Up in Dover, the 4-1 Senators hosting Sussex Tech. the Ravens looking to snap a 2-game skid. Senators' defense was looking very strong in the second quarter as they forced their second fumble and come up with the ball. Tech, who's really struggled since Ricky Kane went out with the injury. Dover just capitalizing on their kind of weak offense without Mr. Kane. So check this play out. Jordan McGee under center, a little bit of the Wildcat, but splits out right and takes Javon Peace, the Wildcat, and sets up Dover in great field position. Peace and McGee, just two great athletes that they have, and then a few plays later, McGee and the Senators are in the red zone, feels the pressure and throws a dime to Christopher Dabney to tack on another Dover touchdown. The Senators keep up their hot season as they roll 59-20 over Sussex Tech. In Woodbridge, hosting Milford, looking to improve their record to 4-2 overall on the season. Opening minute of the second quarter, Troy Haynes with the QB keeper. He bounces outside and scores to put the Blue Raiders up 2 possessions. So on the ensuing offensive drive for the Bridge, Troy Haynes with the dime to Gabe Westcott. Look at this catch, up and over, makes a top 5 play. Westcott diving for the end zone, but it would be marked down at the 1-yard line. So next play, Jamon Kane, who else, just barreling in for the score from a yard out. Woodbridge captures their 4th win of the year with a final of 34-7. In a new turf field up at Caesar Rodney, a big crowd on hand, over 5,000 people in the new turf stadium. But early on, it was a war of attrition between these two, Cape and CR. Defense is stepping up, and this time it's Isaiah Falahu sniffing out the counterplay and keeping CR near their own end zone. Of course, the Riders have to show up defensively themselves in their own building. Jeremiah Brown comes off the edge, and he is all over the QB. Cape attempting to threaten just before the half, looking deep down the field for Jack Dennis, but Jaheen Patton is able to break up the pass and prevent the final attacking score for the Vikings. This one's still going on. We'll bring you an updated score later at the end of the show. So over to Indian River and Seaford doing battle, a matchup of 1 and 4 teams. Seaford would trail 20-14 early in the second half until Isaiah Lake, he feels the punt. He's going to break a few tackles, and he bounces outside, and he's gone. I think he hurdles a defender right there. So Lake, look at this. He just keeps going. I think he juked every single defender on the punt team, gets a nice little tap on the helmet from his teammate. The 2-point conversion would be no good, so that knocks us up at 20-20, and that is until Tyler Bowen, just a sophomore, connects with Nicholas Angelo from inside the 5-yard line, gets both feet in bounds. IR would go on to kick a game-winning field goal with just over a minute to play. They top Seaford 29-28. Guys, back over to you.
All right, guys. So, I mean, Central, not the only surprise of the night,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, right? I would say so. That's a huge win by Sussex Central. We also got to give a shout out because this game did go final.
Okay.
29-9 was the score between Caesar Rodney getting that home win against Cape Henlopen. Yes, and on a nice new turf field. So I got to give it up to them as well.
I was out at Indian River and that Seaford game as well. So it was a battle of 1 and 4 teams. They don't have all too many wins between the two, but still it was back and forth. And these two teams, had 34 points in that first half. Indian River, they were up, then they were down 28-20, come back for that 1-point win, 29-28. So it's an impressive win on the road.
Yeah, how about one more thing? How about Woodbridge sneaking up from where they were in the standings to get to 4-2 right now? So they're creeping back into the talent. South. Yes, they're creeping back, and they have the championship medal and experience. They've got their eye on Delmarva, I want to say. So we never know what's going to happen between those two. A
lot to watch.
Yes.
All right, fellas. Thank you very much. Well, as they say, we can't thank you yet because the show must go on, right? We got something good for all you Marylanders. You want to hang around because we have highlights from the Bayside coming up after the break.
That's exactly right. After falling to rival Bennett last week, Parkside had bad intentions coming into this week, and they played Snow Hill. That's not a good mix right there. Those highlights up next when Delmarva Sports Insider returns.
My name is Isaac Barnes. I play quarterback for Sussex Central Golden Knights, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.